Excuse me. Hi, everybody. Hi, Flo. Hi, Terry Brett. Oh my gosh. Crafty Visage. Hey, Mark. Flo. Let's see. Hi, Linda. Hi, Tim. All right, that's everybody. So yeah, hi everybody. A little bit late because about 2 minutes ago I decided to cut my fingernails. So yeah, hi Dee Dee. Um, I can't stand long, nasty fingernails, so let me just fix them real quick. Hi, Alyssa. I watched your video yesterday, Alyssa. I think I left a message. I hope I hit send. Sometimes I write messages while I'm watching so I don't forget what I want to say, and then I always wonder later, did I actually hit return? So, hi, Ruth. All right, that'll wait until later now. So, yeah, so monkey hands. Can't stand those long fingernails. Hi, Joyce. Hi, Jasper. Having a hard time getting my voice going, apparently. And it's not like I haven't been talking. So, yeah, we'll give people a minute or two to get in here. And, yeah. Hi, CB. How you feeling? I hope you're better. I think I'm, yeah, good. Hi, Vale. Hope your internet is better. Um, yeah, I think I'm well. The other day I was talking to Dee Dee and I said, oh, I got to go take a shower. And a shower since I was sick was so exhausting. I'm not kidding. Like, I just dreaded doing it because I knew I was just going to be exhausted. But I've taken a couple showers now and not been exhausted. So that indicates to me that I'm good. I'm good to go. Hi, Icy. So I'm going to work on another scavenger hunt page. I had a couple of options. I was either thinking about doing the mosaic, which I was just messing over the weekend. And I thought, well, I wonder if I could turn it into a mosaic. Does that look like a mosaic to you guys? I mean, I haven't done the yellow yet, but I thought, I don't particularly care for that. So I found another one that I do like. So your internet's good? Awesome. So yeah, I was just playing. Yours almost done? What, Mark, your entire scavenger hunt? Or it does? Okay, it's cool. All right, well, maybe I got the mosaic done and I didn't even know it. I will do the background in the same sort of, you know, just breaking it up into shapes, whatever. But then I thought, oh, I don't know if I love it. And I actually saw something like this. There's a girl on IG called Esso Designs or something. She's watercolorist, and I love her work. Let me go over and see what her name is. I do love her work, and she had done this in like a blue brown kind of thing. You have 89 prompts to do. I think I counted this morning. I think I'm at 25. Okay, Terry Brett has 17 left. Wow. Mark only has 2 prompts left. Yeah, well, I only did them up here because I was more playing than anything. And if you guys don't follow the rock star on IG, where he does voiceovers of dogs, you need to go follow him. I swear to God, he is the funniest guy. Yeah, Esoldo Design. Let me see if I can find it quickly, because who knows? Okay. This is kind of her version of it. She was using green and blue. She is a blue girl. She uses blue a lot. So that's where the idea came from. I completed all. You did, Barbara? Good on you. I wish you would get some social media so we could actually see it. You have to draw your breakfast and create a monster. Hunker down. Well, Mark, if you need to create a monster, go back and watch some of my old streams. All right. Well, I'm getting Barbara on the list right now. That means she's number 7. I love watercolor too, Crafty Visage, and I don't do it a lot on stream because I feel like it's agonizing for you guys to watch. So, Barbara. I write down where people tell me so that if I need to get a hold of them, I know where to go back to. You have mainly alphabet left? Yeah, well, the alphabet is, to me, very intriguing. I've gone over 100 things. In fact, Terry, originally I was going to, my intent was to do what you have done, is to take words and make up funny, you know, like whatever. Woolly walrus wakes wonderingly, or just, you know, but you're doing so well at it. They do take longer to draw, but what are you doing anyway? You're loving the alphabet. Good, Crafty Visage. That makes me happy because I wasn't sure. But in the past, I loved the one where we did games. I loved the one where we did children's books. And so to have that theme kind of just keep you into it. And I wasn't sure about alphabet, but now I'm glad I did it. The Crafty Visage convinced you to do the scavenger hunt, Barbara. That's awesome. Yeah, you guys, you have until April. So I've been going back and forth on this alphabet thing. You know, I was going to do illuminated letters, and I've got a few of those already actually drawn. But then this weekend, I came up with Plan B, and I'm liking Plan B. So let me quickly show you before I get into this. Let me quickly show you, because last week I was working on the stamp book, right? Because I found this little stamp book in my haul and thought, oh, I ought to use that. So I did. And I'm glad I did, because I went ahead and finished it. And it was kind of a pain in the neck. Hi, Joan. But I cheated, okay? Let me fix my camera, first of all. That's straight right there. Okay. So anyway, I remembered that I had a sample book. I've never shown you guys, and someday I should drag it out and show you. And rather than sit and color all the stamps that I had stamped out, I just took a photocopy of my stamp pages. So hang on just a second. I'll go get them so you can see what I'm talking about. Because I'm a big fat cheater, but I'm admitting it openly, so it doesn't count. Okay, whenever I used to get a brand new rubber stamp, I would stamp it out and then color it and put it in my book, right? And it was in a big 3-ring binder. And so this is the envelope mail art section. And this is kind of what it was like. I would just stamp it, color it, and put it in my sample book. So these were all the mail art envelope. Yeah. And then also on this, because my stamps are spread out all over the damn house. Hi, Dorothy. I have the location of where I can find it. Like if I want to do this Lizzie one, it's in the unmounted faux postage #1. So I can find the stamps quickly. It was a great system and I loved it. But I thought, why are you reinventing the wheel? Why don't you just make a photocopy of your stamp samples and use them? And I thought, my God, you're so brilliant. Why didn't I think of that? So that's what I ended up doing for this. So if they don't look like what you saw when you were here last time, it could be that I just used the photocopy. So I'll just flip through it real quick because it is really cute. And I do love this little book now. So these are all just stamps, rubber stamps that I have. And I did go ahead and stamp some other stuff in the background. So they're not as vibrant as they would have been had I colored them, but I thought, how much time do I want to put into this? So this ended up being the little stamp book. And what I ended up doing on the, because you guys, I was whining that I was going to run out of washi tape. I ended up taking what washi tape I had left and putting it on a sheet of paper, photocopying and cutting it out, and making my own washi. So I didn't have to buy anything. Of course, it probably cost $500 using the photocopy, but what the hell. So here's the little book put together, and I like it so much. And I got to use my stuff maybe some of these things I probably have never stamped. So thanks, Dee Dee. Okay, Joan, lurk away. And it took some time to put together. I mean, this didn't just fall together because I had to mount everything twice. Yeah. So I spent a little bit of time last week just messing with this. And this is the original washi tape. That's a photocopy. I tried not to do that. I didn't want, but it happened. So now you can see. So that's where we're at. And that little H is for my mom. That's her. Her name was Helen. So that's my rubber stamp, postage. I don't know how many prompts. I was going to write them down and I forgot, but I didn't put them in there. So, and the thing about putting a book like this in your journal is it's going to make it have an alligator mouth, but I don't care because my next project is only going to worsen that. So it's not too bad yet. And elastic still holds it. Where did I get the Lizzie Borden stamp? That came in a, hi, Kristen, if I didn't say hi. That came from Viva Las Vegas Stamps in one of those pounds of rubber that you used to buy. You own that many postage. CB, do you want to hear something really disgusting? I actually have more than is shown there. I just put what I could fit in the book. You just finished cutting and gluing 2 colors of paper towel down. Now I just have to wait. Good. So anyway, yeah, it was Viva Las Vegas Stamps. Now, most of them I couldn't tell you where I got them, but that I know because it's in the unmounted and it's kind of a weird one. I know it came from Viva Las Vegas Stamps. Eek. I like faux postage, though, and I've always said that, and I've never kept that hidden from you guys. So, yeah. So make fun of me all you want, because you know what? I don't care. So anyway, I showed Dee Dee this morning. I've decided what I'm going to do with the alphabet is I'm going to go ahead and do Zentangle on these little pages, and I will be just inserting them willy-nilly in the book. So this one, each little page will hold 4, and I'll just open the page and stick them in like that. So periodically you'll come across one of the alphabets. So this is how I'm gonna do. You love faux postage too? Yeah, Crafty Vista. There's something very appealing about it. But I'm also a real postage fanatic. I used to be much better about ordering from the postage, the first date of issue, and I haven't shown my stamp books in a long time either. But yeah, I used to order from the post office the first date of issue stamps and stuff like that. Save the stamps from your Happy Mail for sure. I think for the postage, I'm going to turn a page into it. Oh, that would be a great idea, Ruth. Good on you. I love thinking outside the box. So because I'm a messy crafter or drawer or whatever, I made this little protector page that I can slide the page into when I'm working on it. And look I already boogered up this back page. Now I'm going to draw on it, so I'll have to probably clean it up. The problem with this is I got to make sure that I do it, that this is the top. So I have not picked a letter yet. So, and then to keep the back somewhat clean, I'm just using a Post-it note. So that's what I have to go through to get it ready to draw on. Y'all can just pick a letter that you want me to draw because I don't really care. And I'll show you how you could have used some of this stamps from our postage. Yeah, exactly, CB. Sign it with your thumbprint over the smudge. No, actually, because there's so much white and black and shading and stuff, it could be that when I actually end up drawing that page, it'll be covered or it'll just meld into the design. So I'm not overly worried. All right. Mark is saying M for me. That would be me, Mura. All right, we'll do M. I have to do all 26 of them. So what I did was I'm going to try and keep the format much the same on all of them. And then I'm choosing the designs. And what I do with the book? Oh, there it is. I'm choosing the designs that I'm going to draw. Like for the A, they're going to be designs out of the book or the box. I got the box out too, because some of them I'll have to look up how to draw because I won't remember. So maybe some of you are new here. And this is my Zentangle box where I keep all of the step outs of how to draw each of the designs. So if we're going to do M, I'll just get the entire M section out. And we can flip through them and decide. We could use the book, except I've done the book into 3 sections. And yeah, but I think since I know we're going to be doing M designs, it's just easier to take the whole M section out. I'll check to see that it's still alphabetized. The little book can go in the little book section down there. You like the box of patterns, Alyssa? It used to be in a 3-ring binder, but it got to be such a pain in the neck to add to that this solution seems to be awesome because I can take stuff out just like this. It's so handy. I can add cards to it and keep them alphabetized. So, yeah, the box seems to have been the perfect solution to the Zentangle box. And most of these, now I've added 2 and I get designs from different places, but most of these patterns came off of the tanglepatterns.com website. And they're all organized by alphabet on there. So, and these aren't, I mean, the designs aren't the greatest, but they're not the worst either. So, and then a few of them I've done the design, like this munchin. I'm loving that. That may end up being the background. So yeah. So that's how we do the Zentangle patterns. I love Zentangle patterns. So anyway, we'll keep those out. And then, yeah, and you can do that for anything, Crafty Visage. Anything. Just make a box. I did make the box. It is custom to me and what I wanted. But it's so easy to make a box if you use construction strips. Yeah. And for that box, I built the box, and then the design on the outside is actually wallpaper that I added to the, what do you call it? Chipboard. Or, you know, the cardboard on the back of a pad or something. That's actually called chipboard. Yeah. So you can build anything. This little pencil. Okay, now you don't freak out when you see this. And I'm going to pull the camera way far out. I make a lot of custom things. I made Dee Dee a custom zine box and everything. But this is what sits next to me with all my readily used stuff in there. And I wallpapered it on the outside. And this is just heavyweight chipboard. And I've had a couple of these, and I've improved them every time. There's 3 sections to it. There's a low section, a middle section, and then a high section. And there's false bottoms in there, so everything is stair-stepped. So you can make yourself anything you want if you have chipboard and glue. So that sits here all the time. Hi, Joe Lou. So put your thinking caps on and make yourself cool stuff. All right, now I've talked about a bunch of crap that nobody cares about. Let's get on the M. And if y'all think I'm anal, you don't even have to be bashful when you say it. You can just come right out and say, girl, you are anal. And I'll say, yes, as a matter of fact, I am. I excel at analness. And I'm not going to apologize, okay? Because that's just the way I am. OCD, anal, call it what you want. I don't care. Girl, you are anal. Okay, so this is a 2.5 inch letter stencil. I've had it for, I don't know, probably most of my life. So I measure the letter side to side. This is just about 2.5 inches wide and 2.5 inches tall. So that's 1.25 inch is the middle. Stencil makers should point out the middle of your stencils when they sell them to you. Don't worry, be happy. Thank you, Barbara. Hi, Kitty Jen. I had to have taken you days. Well, Kitty Jen, it probably actually took years because I'm not good at sitting and watching TV or whatever. So generally in the evenings when I was sitting watching TV, I would just look up tanglepatterns.com. And just go do a couple a night. And for the, I don't know where it is. I'll see if I can't find it. But some of the patterns are 4 steps and some are 6. So you know those cutting mats that they sell at Dollar Tree or whatever? I just took one of those. All right, I don't know where the 6th one is right now. Oh, there it is. And I knew I wanted them the size of ATC cards, which are 2.5 by 3.5. And I just made myself a little jig so that I didn't have to recreate the 4 every time. I could just set that on the thing, draw the boxes, and I was ready to go. So, you know, make your life a little easier using tools, even if you have to make them your own self. Right? Just drop my ruler, Barbara, if you want to sing again. I picked it up now. All right. Let's go. All right. I got to make sure that the top is the top. I know I'm going to do one of these upside down. And if I do that, I will do it on, thank you, Barbara. I will do it on a separate sheet and fix it. Because every journal should have an upside down page. And I'd already measured, I know I want a 1/4 inch at least on the edges all the way around. So I'd already measured that. And then this is 4.5 inches this way, I think. Yeah, 4.5 inches. My stencil is 2.5 inches tall. So that meant an inch top and bottom. I had already measured that out. So I'm not just slapping this down willy-nilly. The planning has already happened. And then now my job is to just make sure that it's pretty much as straight as I can get it. And the edges of this stencil are pretty ragged. So I draw it with pencil first so I can clean it up when I do the ink. Again, it's that anal thing that goes on in my head nonstop. Okay. So there's your M mark. I'll pull you guys down now. You don't need to be hanging out up in space. The epitome of work smarter, not harder. Believe me, Ruth, I spent my life figuring out how to get things done better than the way we had been doing them in the past, for sure. And then it doesn't matter to me really what ink I use. I have certain pens that I am just more fond of than others. I usually always try and use a waterproof black ink so I don't have to question later whether or not it was waterproof. I'm not going to put any watercolor or anything on these, so it doesn't really matter. Hey, Kathy Arbor, thanks for coming. It would have been okay, Ruth. Every journal needs one upside down page. So, yeah. And I could use a straight edge to do this. I'm not going to. I'll just take my time. And I will invariably get my hand in wet ink. Now on this one, I am going to go ahead and draw up where it joins. And on those I will as well. Because my thing is, what's the point in doing it if you're not going to do it right? So I hope some of you guys are coming out of the deep freeze. My God, it's been so cold here for so long, and I'm so sick of it. So sick of it. I can't even begin to describe to you how much I am over winter. And I don't even go out in it. So you did your wild card upside down. Good job, Barbara. That's the whole idea. Do it upside down. And then put a bird on it. Does anybody else have letter stencils that they have just love their whole life. You haven't done it yet? You've still got 89 prompts. You'll be good, Ruth. You'll do it yet. So by using the stencils, I know that all my letters are at least the same height and the same style. I mean, I could have used italic or anything else. I like serif type, so this one was perfect. You're tired of winter too. It's raining there where Jen is. Supposed to get another storm with ice. Yeah, we're going to have rain all week, but the temperature has come up where it's not freezing. We have ice out there right now. It's 10 degrees Fahrenheit. It's so balmy compared to the last few weeks. You're not complaining. 10 degrees Fahrenheit. We might be getting right at freezing right now. So everything should start thawing. And the lake has been frozen over. So yeah. All right, so I'm going to approach this where, if you notice these, I've done kind of a border, and I've got shiny ink and not shiny, so I'll fix that. I probably didn't shake it well enough. Anyway, so I've been doing a border and then a background. So 2 patterns per letter. That's not a rule, but it's just turned out that way, that worked out really good. So let's pick out a border first. Now, see, this is when the book would come in handy because I do have them broken out by border, random, and grid patterns. I like this one a lot too. Now, this is a random pattern, so it's a little harder to work with, but certainly there'll be a border pattern in M's. We could turn that into a border. Ooh, this is a good border. Mazzarito. I don't know where they come up with these names, but that's not a bad border. So we'll put that one sideways. This one takes a while. I love this pattern, but it takes a while. Metal plating is cool. Mika. This is one of my favorites. Put that one sideways. Miranda, I don't know that I've ever drawn this one, but that's kind of a cool border, don't you think? You have gales and rain, Dorothy. Oh, you have to shovel snow. Yeah, that one's not terrible. I'm not a fan of that one. It looks like body parts. Muka is fun. It just has to be in the right place. Moon pie. See, there's just so many of them that I love. Miranda, let's see what Miranda is. Okay, that's the one that I put sideways. Right now, yeah, I'm inclined to do that, but I love moon pie too. Moon pie would be awesome. Because I could put that in the corner, much like the A. And this is what I love about the A that I did. I'm going to have that thing off and on. How I did the Akiba up in the corners and then connected it. I could do that with moon pie and then do the checkerboard to connect them. All right. Thinking. See, I don't go at this all just willy-nilly. I put some thought in this crap. I think I like Miranda better, though. That is a fun background. You get a new air fryer and a blender tomorrow. I have a hard time getting excited over cooking utensils of any kind, unless it's a cook walking in the door to cook for me. Put some thought into this crap. I'm loving that, actually. Mirth is fun too. They're all so fun. All right. We've at least narrowed it down now to these. I think we are going to go with Miranda for the border. That one just takes so long. We're not going to do that one. This one we can figure out pretty easy, and I think Mr. E is going to be the background. Excuse me. You guys, I'm not even... I have to interrupt my cough to tell you that I'm not really coughing much anymore either, so this is just weird. Okay. Here we go. I think I just inhaled spit. Hi, Pixie. Pixie, you made me really happy this morning when you said that you're really enjoying doing the scavenger hunt. That tickles me when somebody new tries it and likes it, and yeah, it just makes me happy, happy, happy. All right, so let's see. It's going to end up being about a ½ inch wide. Measure this one. I'll make it a ½ inch wide. Okay, that's fine. Won't leave much in the background, but that's okay because a little bit of that will go a long way. Don't you know? And who knows, when I actually start drawing, it may not end up being that way. So I'll leave this step out here so you can kind of see how I'm going to do it. I'm going to do the flower in each of the corners first, and then this one I'll figure out how to make it go down, and that one across, and then maybe one in the middle. What do you think? You can't get a chef from the grocery store? I would love somebody to come over here and cook for my dumb ass. You're enjoying it too. Definitely outside your wheelhouse and drawing things I've never drawn before. Good on you, Ruth. That makes me just happy. Because the thing is, we're doing this just for fun. Nobody's going to grade it. Nobody cares. No, you know, I'm just happy that we have something that we're enjoying in common. That's a good thing. No downside there. And when you're done, hopefully you'll have something that you enjoy owning. I try and put things in mind that I like going back and looking at time and time again, you know? So I'm going to do the corners first. If you don't have one of these see-through calendars, rulers, you need to get one. They're cheap and they're so worth having. Dee Dee's not even a ruler girl and she has one. All right, let's sketch out this border and see how it goes. And I'm going to draw it a little bit different than this. I mean, I could go ahead. Let's see, the center is right here. Okay, so we'll do. I actually need that in the center. Oops, that's out here. Pay attention, girl. I'll erase the ones that I don't want, since that would really screw me up. This is what I'm doing right now, is just pretty much for spacing is all. I still look at and share my book from last year. I love flipping through it. Good, Crafty. Look at how far off I was on the center of that. I knew it wasn't feeling right. That one wasn't so bad, though. All right. There we go. That's about the center. It doesn't have to be perfect, but I want it, you know, somewhat balanced, right? Taking a break from watching glue dry, working on adding a border to something. There you go, Ruth. Glue and paint dry at about the same rate. Not fast. All right, so let's just see between this dot and this dot. 12, 14, 16, so at about 8. Let's see if this one is the same. Close enough for government work. Okay. All right. Now I kind of know where we have to be. Okay, so as this border continues, this section right here is where it joins. So that's what I've drawn here. So we want the little diamond shape at each of these. And I'm just lucky right now that these are coming out like this. Another border may not work out this way, but that is what will join this particular design element. So that's very cool. And when I do this in ink, I'll correct any of my screw ups. So far, so good. So it'll end up being a different size than this, right? Exactly, Barbara. Yeah, we'll watch either one, Dee Dee. There's a lot of truth in that. All right, and then I think I will change this. So this, it looks like it's going to, I'm altering it a little bit. And they're not going to be exactly the same. Okay, that's what it's going to be like. This one is going to be the one that will tell me if my spacing is good. It's going to work out okay. It's a lot more fun when you can start the inking. Okay, I have another question I wanted to ask you guys. Altering, also known as cheating. I said cheating. Do anything you want. We're all big grown-up adults around here. On these ones that I've finished, where I've got this all black background, what would you guys think if and they would all be the same, but to kind of tie it together as they all belong, is to use that dotting tool and put polka dots on all the edges rather than leaving them just plain black. What do you think? That is my question to you. I kind of thought polka dots, especially on the P one. Dot tool is cool. They all might look good with dots. Okay, dots it is. Hey, Coloring View. They might not all look good dotted. What? Didi, what are you telling me? My dot idea is not a good one? Come on, girl. All right. Think it's coming together. My spacing's going to work. Now, see, this one's weird. I started wrong. This way it feels weird. See, when I get drawn, then I just get quiet. I must not have got that one completely centered, but I'm not going to worry about it. Looks okay to me. What now? Oh, Coloring View bought a set of 5 pan pastels. Cool. I'm not sure what the enema. Smooth with the pen. Yeah, they gotta be just right. I hope you like them, View. I like the pan pastels, and if you got to do large areas, you are so gonna love them. Like so gonna love them. All right, I'm gonna choose a different pen that's a little easier. Give me a little bit thinner line. You already had one set, so now I have 5. Came with a sample softie. You will like the soft tools. Oh, be nice to the nurses. Yeah, that's good advice, Dee Dee. Nurses are special people, undoubtedly. That's one job I don't think I could do. One, because, well, first and foremost, I don't like touching strangers. I don't care who you are. I don't like touching you. So that would be a problem in my world, because you have to touch people when you're a nurse. And then we won't even talk about all the bodily functions and stuff that you have to deal with. So that would be a problem for me. Another thing is, I think I could be good with families dealing with whatever, whether it's sadness, joy, because you know you're going to be faced with that all day, every day, because that's what goes on. Well, in a hospital setting, I'll just tell her, in a hospital setting. But can you imagine the emotional roller coaster you're on all the time? You know, because some of these people, and I know it from when Jim was in the hospital for so long. You get kind of attached to these people. You know which ones you can go ask a question to, blah, but it's just, and you know their work schedules. Pretty soon you know if they have kids, because you're just chatting with them, right? But yeah, it would, and they do that with every patient they have. And if you know somebody's terminal or whatever, that, yeah, I just think it would be such an emotional roller coaster. We had such good nurses when we were down at OU Medical Center when Robert was getting treated for leukemia. And believe it or not, they were mostly men. But honestly, they were some of the nicest guys ever. And it was funny because I never left. I was in the hospital with Robert. What, we were down there 40 days and 40 nights. You know, how we would actually look forward when certain nurses were on shift and stuff like that. Yeah, that a special kind of person right there doing that nursing stuff. I had a perfect job. I only had to deal with, like, I don't know, what did I have at any given time? 10 clients. And then employees. Employees are the hardest thing to have to deal with. But yeah, at any given time, I was only dealing with maybe 10 people. And then the buttholes down at headquarters. Okay. This is why I put my hand in wet ink, because I do that and then I go back over at what Barbara says. Speaking of, if you can't afford a doctor, go to the airport. You get a free full x-ray breast exam, and if you say something political, you get a full colonoscopy. That's funny, Barbara. It's good advice, though. Good advice. Now, my pencil marks are there to kind of keep me on track, but hopefully I'll make any corrections or anything like that right now. And then at the end, when I erase the pencil marks, it's so satisfying and it looks so good. And don't ask me what pen this is that I'm using. I bought it, I don't know, but I do like them. Is that 6 years? I was just sitting here thinking about when we were in the hospital with Robert's leukemia. You know what? I think we're 6 years out from that. Does that seem possible, Dee Dee? That it's 6 years since I was calling you from the hospital? If it is, it's cray cray. Doesn't seem that long. I know. Thank the Lord, you can say that again. And I did alter that corner. I added one more petal, and I may have to do it at each of the corners just so that I can keep the design connected. This one I'm going to do a little different again. That's fine. Okay, now when I paint the edges, I'll paint black right up to this and then nothing on this side because the design will be down here. So, yeah. All right. And actually on the inside, see how the end design here has the halo around the entire design to kind of turn it into a border? I'm only going to do that, I think. I don't know. It would probably look cool on the outside too. Now I got to think about that and make a decision. I think I will do it on both sides. Because this won't be the only one where I have to make that determination. So, yeah, I think that's just what I'll do. All right, we almost got a border. And the if I go with that Mr. E for the inside, that's just, it looks good on anything, but it's just so repetitious. Well, now that you guys told me that my crazy mosaic things looks like a mosaic, I may not do the one that I had planned, even though the one I had kind of in my head was funny. Okay. Now, I think I could. Well, the corners are going to be weird. Thinking. Because when you alter it like this to make it fit, you have to make some determinations later. Do I want to add that dot or not? Because on the corners, it's definitely going to be weird. You know what? I'm not going to add the dots. Not going to add them. All right. To get rid of my confusion, I'm going to let that dry for, well, I'll hit it with the heat gun. Here's my eraser. Let me just hit it with the heat gun, set that ink real quick. Because at this point, you don't really want to start smudging ink. Just saying. Oops. All right, I didn't smudge anything. I just use, well, let's use this one. I usually try and warn you if I'm going to use the heat gun. I chose this pen because it's easier. It makes a little bit thicker lines, so it's easier to butt up to when I put the black border on, because I'm using black ink that I paint on. I'm not sitting here coloring that whole area. I'm just painting it. So I have to do something that's pretty close. And this gives me plenty of space to butt up to. Now, see, I didn't get these just right, so I'm going to do this a little bit different. I don't think you'll notice when it's done. If you do, you'll get over it. Or you won't. I am just begging for trouble. Putting my hand in this wet ink, I promise you. And I think I'm going to do it on the inside as well. So I'll start over here where it should be dry. And if I have to make corrections later, I wait till the very end and go in with some Chinese white or Posca. This is going pretty quick, so who knows? I may get another one started. So I figure I've got, what, after today, this will definitely be 3 done. I'll only have 23. I can certainly do one every 2-3 days, right? And get the whole alphabet done. I'll start working on them in the evening as well, because I'm not a good TV watcher. All right. Did it come out as good as you guys thought it would? Like up there, there's some things I'll fix, but it's okay. I'm okay with that. And then Mr. E. I'm going to draw the, I don't even need to, I don't think. Now I've got the problem of what pen to use again. I don't really want thick lines, I don't think. Let's use the same pen. What the hell? Looks good? All right, thanks. All right, so here's somewhere in about the center to draw this Mr. E. Start with a wiggly line, put some dots on it, and then start drawing lines. The bottom half goes down, top half goes up, and that's how they start looking like freaking little wormies. Or do them all one direction, and that's how it looks like that. I think I'm going to do them all one direction. All right, let's go. Which means we can just start at the bottom. I think I am going to start with the line just because it gives me some place to start from. And believe me, when you're done, you won't see these little dots. Can you guys see? You know what's really weird? I don't get many pop-ups. But when I'm streaming, I will invariably get pop-ups. What the heck is that about? Like notifications and stuff. And they cover my chat. I only have 3 done too, but my dice don't seem to want to roll the low numbers. I'm not sure that I'm following you, Ruth. Okay, after you get started, then it becomes very easy. Except when you have a great big M in the middle of the page. This is really mindless. You can do this definitely while you're watching TV. You know what? I'm going to look and see if I have a new one of this pen. It skips occasionally, and that's annoying the hell out of me. It's just right here. Yeah, that's not it. And I need my chair to get up that high. I hate being short. Bear with me for a minute, guys. All right, I think I found him. Found it. We're going to try a new one. And if it writes better than that other one, we're going to throw the other one away. All right. You heard a trumpet. No, my computer is on a wooden TV tray, and when I picked it up to move it, it made that noise. We don't have any trumpets around here. And if we did, they wouldn't live here long. I promise you that. Yeah, this one's definitely writing better, so. Yeah, I think it's going to be okay. This looks better, actually, if it was in a bigger area, but this is fine. I don't mind. I like how they kind of worm, get big and then get smaller. So that's what I'm going to try and do here. Like this one I'm trying to make bigger here. So this one will get smaller. Get yourself a new pen. You'll love yourself for it. Oh, you want to hear what happened today? You got busy making a mincemeat pie. Yum. Well, thanks for coming, Brenda. I got a delivery from FedEx this morning. And FedEx, I don't get many FedEx deliveries, but the FedEx guy this morning was standing out there and his instructions were to get a signature. Hi, Jacqueline. And he said, he says on one part it says I need a signature, and on the other part it says I don't need a signature. And his, they have those handheld devices. And he said, it won't do anything. It's frozen up. So anyway, while he was sitting there waiting for his little machine to start working, right by my front door out in the breezeway, the breezeway has a bunch of plants in it, and they don't like the cold. Okay, just saying, they're suffering from the cold. But anyway, I have a jade plant that I've had for many, many, many years. It's very big. And he said, how old is that jade plant? And I said, God, I don't have a clue. And so he was telling me how he had gotten a jade plant from his grandmother, and they ended up killing it. And I said, I don't know. That jade plant has lived with me for years and years, and I do love it. It's a very pretty plant. He said, I'd sure like to get another one. Well, a couple of times a year, I don't know if you guys know this, but jade plants kind of shed and some of their leaves and branches fall off. And I said, well, do you want another one? And he said, yeah, I'd love another one. So I have little starts of the jade plant all over the place, because when the leaves or the limbs fall off, I just go ahead and stick them in dirt, and invariably they grow. So it was just like a little random act of kindness, because I went over I intend to give them away. So I always put them in giveaway pots, that you get from the nursery. You know what? I don't think I could have done anything to make that little guy happier. You're really giving it to me? I said, yeah, why not? I said, you're fighting with your machine. Why wouldn't I give you a new jade plant? So when you think about it, do a random act of kindness for somebody, because I couldn't have made that little guy happier if I'd have given him a $100 bill. Well, maybe a $100 bill would have made him happier, and it's no sweat off my back. It's just one less plant I have to water. And it was a kind of a nice one. It had like 3 or 4 different starts in it. So I did a little random act of kindness. And my mother would say, well, that's just heaven points. I'll never see the guy again. But I hope he loves his jade plant, and I hope he takes care of it, and I hope it lives with him forever. Jamie's dogs are brutal on my jade plants, because they're retrievers, labs, and their tails are going 100% of the time, and they're whacking that plant constantly. Okay, so now I'm gonna start a new worm over here. But Robert got his new visor for his car, so it's a happy day in America. And if you want to start a new one, just start it anywhere. I don't know how well the shading will show up, but this is one of the designs that looks way cool when it's shaded. You have a bunch of baby orchids I need to give away too, but everyone is scared to grow them. I used to grow orchids all the time. My mother was a great orchid grower, Kathy. I don't know if it's our climate here or what. I don't know. I've grown them, but they've never thrived like yours are amazing. But yeah, orchids put out babies very readily, just like jades, like or philodendrons. I have philodendrons everywhere because philodendrons at some point you have to trim them back, right? Or they get totally out of hand. God, I wish I lived closer, Kathy. I even have orchid pots. When I very first moved here, I had orchids. And there was a little lady who ran a nursery. And she was older, for sure. And she had some orchids I had never seen. So I bought a bunch of orchids for her, but I killed them. But I think it's just, I was keeping them out in the greenhouse. Because I don't keep plants in my house. Because invariably I'm going to spill the water or something. So I don't keep pots in the house at all. And that's why they have to suffer through the winter outside, because I just can't have them where I'm going to spill water all over the place. But yeah, I'd love to try an orchid again. Maybe I will. I'm so eager for spring. Ugh. I don't remember being this tired of a winter ever. Of course, it's not been the greatest winter, being sick and everything, but I'm just over it. And I shouldn't even be whining, because I know you guys anywhere north of me have had it so much worse. But that's not going to keep me from whining. Oh, you can keep them alive for a month, Barbara. Love that pattern. Find it so relaxing. Exactly, Terry. Is that not the truth? Yeah, this pattern, you just can't go wrong. Can't screw it up. And then when you get the shading on, it's just like, that's cool. That's awesome. I think the only thing you have to be mindful of is occasionally just starting a new one, rather than having the one go on forever and ever and ever. Start a new one. I'm going to start a new one right here, since I'm going off the page. I'm kind of melding them together. Terry Brett, you and I are so much alike. We could probably be sisters. You probably wouldn't want to be my sister because I would be abusive. But when it comes to things that we enjoy doing and our sense of humor, we are both so twisted. Your winter only started in January. Well, I guess ours too, Ruth, but it's still not going to keep me from whining. It's been horrible. A bunch of wandering Jew. I trim them in repot trimmings. Yeah, see, that's kind of my attitude, Brenda, is if the plants don't make it out in the breezeway for the winter, like even the philodendrons, which virtually nobody can kill, but maybe this cold will do it. I'll just buy new ones in the spring. I'm not going to have them wrecking all my stuff in the house because I can't control where I water. That's okay. I can be abusive too. I grew up with. Okay, well then it's going to be a fair fight, girl. But on some of your drawings that you do, especially like the prompt ones, I sit there and go, I can see myself doing that exact thing. And the more twisted, the better. And you know who else would be part of that sister? Terry would be Arlene. Arlene has the most delightful sense of humor. I swear to God, she kills me. This is a lot easier to do when you're not drawing it around a big fat M. And I'm not going to do, obviously, the alphabet in order, so good training, Terry. It is. Oh, they were probably nice to you, Terry. 6 and 8 years older. I had one brother 12 years older, one brother 11 years older, and then a sister 8 years older. And then Gary was 4 years older. Mother had kids. After the first 3, she had kids every 4 years. I think she'd get one of us ready to go to kindergarten and then think, well, time to have another baby or I'll have to go to work. Arlene would fit perfectly. Yeah. Yep. Arlene would be another sister. I'm going to end that one right there. Start a new one here. You know, one of the things, because this pen is skipping a little bit too, I think it's the paper. I ended up using the B paper, that jumbo artist pad B paper that I got from Walmart. I like it, and I don't feel like it's precious. So I'll use it for things that maybe I wouldn't use it for otherwise, but I'm beginning to think that the paper is my problem, which doesn't bode well for me since I've got all 26 to do. That's all right. Your winter started last Sunday when snow started falling and dropped 10 inches on us. Oh my gosh. It was in the mid 60s on Saturday. I still can't get out of my driveway. Oh my gosh, Brenda, what part of the country are you in? State would be okay. You don't have to give us your address unless you want to, and then we're all going to come stay at your house. And you can feed us. And we'll show your art supplies, if you don't mind. I'm not even sure if I asked if you mind. I think I just made up my mind. Okay, I was asking Dee Dee, I don't know what I'm going to do with the actual letters, if I'm just going to leave them white. Yeah, Dee Dee, I'm going to go to some Nina cardstock, I think. But I'm not loving the surface of this paper. Middle Tennessee, yeah, that is a little cray-cray for you guys. It's not unheard of for us to have ice and snow. I just don't like it when we get it. That's all. But it's not really unheard of. There was a winter, I don't even know how many years ago it was, because we were in South Texas. And when we used to leave for the winter, we winterized everything. Drained the house of water, put antifreeze in the pipes. We prepared for winter. Well, one winter, it might have been, CB, do you remember when South Padre Island got snow on Christmas Eve? It hadn't happened in like 100 years or something, 95 or 105 years. It hadn't happened in like a century. And there was snow on Christmas Eve on South Padre Island, Texas. And Robert was the only one who had like a heater that he could go out and, because all your water and everything in a mobile home is underneath your trailer. And people's pipes were freezing and it was just cray down there. But that winter, Monkey Island was hit with the most enormous storm. And these people out here, which everything is electric, right? They were without power for 2 weeks, you guys. 2 weeks. That's funny. Ruth. Yeah, just put your address out there. I'll put you on the Christmas list. But yeah, they had snow here that lasted, I don't even remember how long it lasted, but they didn't have power for 2 weeks. And we're down in South Padre, where it hadn't snowed in 105 years. It was crazy for sure. Yeah, that's my problem with the pen. No, sorry. It was quite a few years back. Because we haven't been going to Padre since definitely Robert's leukemia. So that was so much fun, though, when South Padre got the snow. We went into a little town across the bridge from the island. And the kids were out there having snowball fights, and they were just loving life. Like, you couldn't believe those kids, how much they loved that snow. And we talked to people, older people, who had never seen snow in their entire lives. So it was quite a fun time, and those of us who were down there to get the hell away from the cold, we're all bitching, pissing, moaning. And they're all just like, this is the best Christmas ever. And there's Santa Clauses down there, have like shorts on them and stuff like that. Well, Santa was freezing his butt off. 1990 ice storm, 21 days without power. I can't even imagine. I don't know how far I'd have to drive to get to a hotel that had power, but I would drive however far it took. I promise you, I'm not sitting here 21 days. Oh my God. Luckily, my neighbor Sue had propane heat. So everybody, I guess, on the whole island went over to Sue's house and stayed. I would have gotten in the car and gone to a hotel, I promise you. I don't care how far I would have to driven. If I wanted to rough it, I would have been born in the 1800s. Oh, that's funny. Texans asking Canadians, get your butt down here and get your weather. It's misbehaving. Get over here. Yeah, I will definitely be switching paper with something with a better surface on it. I met some awesome Canadians down in Texas. Actually, I've liked all the Texans or Canadians I've ever met. Y'all are chill. We squeezed that one out right at the top. Yeah, baby. Almost done. I will go ahead and paint the edge so you can see the whole thing done. We'll definitely get this one done today. So yeah, I haven't decided if I'm just going to leave the letters white or if I was thinking I would paint them gold, and Dee Dee said, no, no, no. I'm just going to go ahead and draw the lines where I want these to end rather than go the other way. So, yeah. But she was saying, no, just leave them and then you can make photocopies of them and do other stuff on them, which makes a whole lot of sense. That Dee Dee is, the girl uses her brain. Thank you, Deborah. Thanks for coming. Hi, by the way. Not a fan of snow. It is funner with kids around, and if you can ski. Well, Brenda, go fix that. Get out there and get that snowman in your yard. Yeah, no, Dee Dee's using that brain of hers, saying don't do anything with it. So, but I hadn't done anything because I was couldn't make up my mind. Being indecisive. Hmm. The bottom is kind of a mess, but that's okay. One good thing about this storm, Craig virus had been going through schools. Yeah, that's probably true, Brenda, because, yeah, it was spreading around here, too. Okay, Jen, I'll get to it probably after dinner tonight. Because normally when I'm done here and I clean up, it's about time to start dinner. So yeah, I don't get a chance to do much of anything until dinner's fixed, eaten, and cleaned up. Fix a few things. I have a little bit of cleanup, but not too much. At least I didn't smear a bunch of ink all over the dang place. Let's do the black edge. I probably, you know what? I think I am gonna add some lines here. All right, I don't think I missed anything. Get out some little bit of ink. Put some things away. Because I hate when everything's a big fat mess. Yes, Dale, that's kind of, I think, how I'm going to do it is I'm going to end up, I think, just doing alphabets here and there. Because if I sat down to do them all at once, I would get bored and pretty soon I'd probably be aggravated. But if I do a couple, do something different, yeah, I think I'll be okay. So this is just my ink catcher sheet. Painting the black is so much faster than using a marker. So and that's why I chose that thick pen. And this ink I've had so long, I'd love to tell you what it is, but I don't know. That's how long I've had it. And that's why I decided go ahead and use it. Use it up and get rid of it. Buy some new. Ink doesn't go bad, so you can keep it forever. And I could just as easily have used an acrylic ink, Dr. P.H. Martin's or one of those as well, but this bottle is honestly almost empty, so I just thought, I'm just going to use that up. Now is when I'm in danger of getting wet ink on myself and spreading it all over the place. And this is water soluble, so when I'm done with this, I can wash this brush and still use it for other things. I haven't ruined it. By the time I'm done with the alphabet, this ink will be gone. Yep, there's place I missed. And if I booger up the edges, I can always come back and fix them with a pen, so I'm not overly concerned. So I don't know. I think it's going to be fun picking out the designs and the layout for each of the letters. And I'll do a few until I'm kind of tired of it, and then I'll move on and come back to it some other time. Hi, Barbara Clark. Thanks for stopping in and spending your time with us. Have you checked outside?
I'm going to.
Yeah, check the driveway and see. If you want to go out, sure, that'd be great. Robert, because it was icy this morning, Robert didn't go get our drink. So he's thinking maybe he can get out now and go get our drink. And who wants to discourage a boy from doing a nice gesture like that? Not me. But I don't want him going out if it's icy and stuff. There's no point in begging for trouble. You know what I mean? I really want to see what polka dots would look like. I think a common border of polka dots. I mean, I like the way the format is right now, but I think the polka dots would just be awesome.
Okay.
It's okay?
Uh-huh.
Get your ass out of here and go get me something to drink right now. I'm going to have to kick your ass. Thanks, honey. Well, I thought we were just going to live without it today, but I guess not. Woot woot. It's good to be me. Just do some? You think I should? Just do it. Just do it. And I'm sure you could hear Robert's car starting right outside the window. You know what? I could do them, and then if I don't like them, just paint over those bad boys. Here 1 minute, gone the next. You think on some it will be too busy? Well, it's kind of like the decision to do something inside the letters, you know? It's just like, well, do I really want to do that? But the thing is, If I don't like it. Okay, Ruth's saying I don't think the dots are needed. No, the rat's already gone. Adios, rat. All right, come on out of there. Oh, that edge. I still didn't get the edge. Let's clean that up. And the thing about, oops, I just got black ink on my shirt. Making photocopies is it's never really black, you know, or as black as I want it. All right, Mark, you chose M. Do you like it? You better say yes. I'll treat you like I treat Robert. Now I'm just cleaning up some of the areas where the ink got a little skimpy. Mark's not going to answer. My husband is coming home soon. I'd better get to my driveway. All right, Ruth, go shovel snow, you poor thing. All right. One nice thing is that ink dries really, really quick. And I can go ahead and do some shading. Let's see who's messaging me. All right, I'm done with that. Done with that. I'll leave the black paper. I put the black paper here for the camera as much as anything because I knew if I just did the white, it would, the camera would have a terrible time focusing. So, yeah. Oh, my phone bill got paid. I love when they pay my phone bill. All right, let's do some little bit of shading. Oh, and I got to do the shadow around the M as well. So, almost any pencil will work. This one is 2B. I also have a 4B that I use depending on what it is. But any graphite that gets smudgy will work good. I probably will add like some more lines in the border. I think it's just, of course, the background design is so busy. Maybe it's nice to have a more open border. I don't know. Okay, let me first do the thanks, Pixie. Hi, Stacy. All right. Oh, I forgot one here, but this one I can just draw. Probably could always just draw it, but I always use the stencil to put the shadow on it. Keeps your lines width uniform and stuff like that. And I'm a pain in the ass about stuff like that. Little things can sometimes make a big, big difference, you know? Perfect, perfect, perfect. All right, I think I got it all. Ready for the magic? Making it with Minglet. Cool name. Hi there. Thanks for stopping by and hanging with us. Tell me what pen you use. Today I use several. I like this Uniball eye needle. It is, for the most part, waterproof. This one, I don't know what it is. It's some crap Chinese pen that I ordered off Amazon. I don't hate it, but I will not reorder it. My favorite pen for writing and most things is a Hybrid Technica, and I also like the Uniball Air. So those are probably, I would not call this a favorite, but it does have a nice line width. So, yeah, but just for everyday writing, Uniball Technica in 03 nib. I like a 3 or a 5 nib, mostly. All right, let's do the shading and see if it doesn't make it pop. So anyway, I really like this stamp book that I put together, you guys. That, in the end, oops, I didn't put any graphite there. Yeah, I like the way it came out. I may have liked it a little better if I had actually colored the stamps, but I just couldn't see spending that much time. Well, I didn't have that much time, frankly. But yeah, I like the way it came out. And it's for the scavenger hunt, so it's not like it's fine art, right? It's for my enjoyment, is all it is. And if this was bigger, the one thing I would do different, I'm not sure that I'm going to do it on this, maybe in a couple little places. Is on some of these, because now I've got quite a bit of shading on it, right? But take a white pen to make it look fat and go ahead and give it some highlights. On the areas that you think. Oh my gosh, Robert, you nutcase. All right, be careful. And that gives it a little bit more dimension. Isn't it the finishing touch, Terry? It does it every time. Hi, Raul. Focus, you freak. Was it not focused? I'm sorry if it wasn't. It wasn't you out of focus. It was you. Well, I yell it to myself a lot. Hi, Mr. Vaughn. He's so funny. Playing it at 140. Oh, yeah, that's not enough. The black background makes it pop out more. Yeah, it certainly does, Raul, for sure. And what I'm going to try and do before I put these cards away or anything, I am going to try and keep track of which of the designs I use. Like some of them I just know. And it means writing on the black, but oh well. So this is Miranda. And it was Mr. E. So, yeah. Thanks, CB. You just yelling at me because I'm here? That's cool. If you're yelling, focus, you freak, or come get food. Yell all you want. Get after it, bad girl. All right, so yeah, I finished that in short order. Now I've got this back where I've got some little boogeries on it bums me out. I have to roll things at the speed that is normal. My brain will not do fast forward. Thank you, Terry Brett. So when it goes in the actual book, and I'll show for those who came in late, I will go ahead and show you the postage book that I finished from last week. But when it goes in the book, I will just randomly pick a place, slide it in the book. And so let's see where A is going to appear. Where did it go? Oh, okay. At the very front. There you go. So at the very front of the book will be the A, and then somewhere back here will be the other letters. So it won't be, I don't have to keep track of whether or not I did A, B, C, D, whatever. They'll just appear randomly wherever they appear. And that's that. So every letter of the alphabet will get one. And then this little book I went ahead and finished from last week's stream. I'll just flip through it again. It's just the postage. Let's see, on this one is postage, rubber stamps, and washi. So thank you, Raul. Another pop-up. Thank you, Vale. So yeah, let me just flip real quick. And I did cheat on these. I made a photocopy of my sample stamp album, so I didn't have to color all of them from scratch, which is still okay, because I did use rubber stamps on the brown stuff. And then some of this is photocopy of that washi tape, since I knew I was going to run out. So who cares? It still is a very cool little book. Just one of my very favorite stamps, the Bird Expedition. But matting them was kind of a pain. Kind of a pain, just saying. I'd still do it again because I think it makes a difference. But yeah, it was kind of a pain. And you can probably tell that I eyeballed it. I didn't actually measure. I just eyeballed, and it's okay. So that's the little postage book all done. I love it. I love it. I love it. I like the checkerboard design too. You can never go wrong with checkerboards. Lena was painting a little metal paint palette that she had got at a local art store, and it was silver. And so she spray painted it yellow and then put checkerboards along the bottom all the way around. I told her it looks like a New York taxi cab now, but checkerboards make everything better. Checkerboard, the conspiracy chicken on the right. Well, that was actually what, and I'm not convinced that I'm not going to do it yet, but I went out looking for mosaic art just to see kind of what I liked and stuff. This is the one I did based on a design that I saw on Instagram. But there's a mosaic piece of art out there that is of a chicken head. It's so cute, and I thought I would do that. So yeah, we are race fans. Checkered flag. There you go. So yeah, but I might end up doing the mosaic chicken too. Who knows? I don't know. I never know until I do it, if I'm really going to do it. So unless you guys have something else you want me to show you or tell you or do, I'm done here. I'm done. So I've got that one left to do. I probably will do it tomorrow so I can put this in my book so I don't trash it out, letting it lay around forever. And I made this little envelope just to protect it while I'm working on it, because I'll trash it out. I know me. I'll get something on it. I'll eat around it and get grease, or I'll get ink on it. I'll trash it out for sure. So, yeah. So this will just live back here in the book and make it big and fat. Nothing wrong with big and fat. Go look at Terry's IG. Okay, I'm headed that way right now. I haven't looked at IG all day. I don't think. Okay, headed to IG. Come on, phone, work with me here. Oh, I did pull up that Isoldo design or whatever. All right, let's go see Cherry Brett. Wonder how many pervs I'll have to delete today. It's easier just to search for Terry. There's Terry Brett. She did a poem about me. You put the bar very high. Thank you, Raul. I don't want you to do what I'm doing. I want you to do what you're doing. All right, here's Terry Brett's poem. Janet arranged a scavenger hunt, an assortment of prompts to do. New and old ones all mixed up, either paint or draw or glue. There's 100 in total to pick from. You do them just as you choose. 1 to a page or 20, up to you and your muse. No rules to follow, just do it your way. Go on, join in, and enjoy your play. Terry, ah. Okay, because it's Janet Young. Okay, I can't even recognize my last name. She did it spelling Janet Young. I know. Oh, Terry, I wish you were here right now. I swear to God, I wouldn't even slug you. I would just hug you and give you a kiss on your face. Isn't that nice? Oh, Terry, you make me all cry and everything. If you don't follow Terry Brett on Instagram, you need to go follow her. Yeah. Her alphabet drawings are just amazing. I do like it. Y'all are just amazing. I like all of you so much. I do look forward to Mondays. Okay, here's her. These were the 6 prompts from Inkwell. You find a bottle of fairy dust on your front doorstep. You also find you are allergic to it. Oh, no. Oh, a present for me, and it's a little bottle with fairy dust on it. I like how you divided that page, Terry. It's like what do they call that, Dee Dee? The golden triangle or something. It's so pretty. My hair, she turned green. My hair, my skin. Oh my gosh. Terry, that's so good. Like the bottom of the doorway and her legs, and it's so good. It's so good. So, are you taking off, Dee Dee? Hi, Nettie. Yeah, I don't want to get sucked into Instagram right now. Thank you, Dee Dee. Thanks for modding. Thanks for being the best. You're about as useful as a dull pencil, Dale. Well, some of us might relate. All right, you guys, I'm not going to start anything new. So unless you have a question or something you want to see, I'm probably done here. Just checking back in chat and seeing how much I missed. I missed so much. Roll, you're so nice. Okay. All right. If you guys are satisfied and you got all your questions answered, and so we'll see you Wednesday morning at Dee Dee's for sure. And I don't know what I'll do next week. Raul wants me to play Pictionary, and that's always kind of my fallback position when I don't know what the hell else to do. Now, when I've got Scavenger Hunt to work on, I'm good. I am so good. So I hope you guys are enjoying Scavenger Hunt. I hope you're loving your journal. I hope you're having fun. That's the most important thing. Just go have fun, okay? Linda, I want you to run out and go give Tim a big hug for me. Yeah, so I'm out of here. Love you guys. Be kind. I know it's hard, but try your best. All right. Love you guys. Adios, amigos.